Morning, everybody. I hope y'all are doing well today. I was just waiting for more people to get in and into the chat and for Nightbot to start doing its job. I am assuming, because the videos have been like not a whole lot of people watching lately, I'm assuming that's because there's so much going on as far as immigration and a lot going on. So a lot of people have their attention spans elsewhere, to include the fact that Iran is preparing for war. There's a lot of stuff going on down in Venezuela. There's so much news going on everywhere you look. So I'm just running a live stream. No, I don't have any new news about Mount Rainier. Mount Rainier is doing Mount Rainier. I'm not that worried about Mount Rainier. I had been looking at something though, and I wanted to bounce this off you guys. And it's just something I've been thinking about for a while. So I'm gonna open up my Google Earth, and I want to show y'all something. So let's go Google Earth here. We're gonna open up Google Earth. And I want to show y'all something. Now, on here we have all the plate tectonics and whatnot, right? So when we see earthquakes that are occurring, and this has to do with earthquakes and aftershocks, and it's just something I've been noticing. When you see like a bigger earthquake that happens here, right? Or you see one that happens here, or you see one that happens here, and then maybe you see earthquakes that happen here. Well, if you look at this is a fault line, right? This is one area where if you're looking at this area is moving this way, this area is moving this way. So it is, to me, that denotes that it's spreading apart here. Now, that's just my logical thinking, because how can you have it going two different directions, right? So then when you see earthquakes on this side, if you were to see a bigger earthquake on this side, and you see an earthquake on this side, you might see aftershocks on this side, but no aftershocks on this side. So it was something I've been thinking about, and I am wondering, it's made me curious. Is that because when the land is diving underneath another piece of land, you have an earthquake that would happen as it dives underneath? So if you look here, this is a subduction zone. So as this dives underneath here, of course you're going to see an earthquake on this side, right? But then you might see a whole lot of little earthquakes on this side and think, oh, those are aftershocks, right? I'm beginning to wonder if that should be termed more movement shocks, because of the fact that, of course, this area is going to have aftershocks or earthquakes, because this land just went underneath here. So of course, as this goes up, that would cause it to have earthquakes. So they'd be like mini earthquakes. I mean, it's just something that I've been thinking about. So when you move all the way over here and you go to the Atlantic, you see the Atlantic here, this area is spreading apart, right? So we have seen several earthquakes down here, but even though they've been like 4 or 5, maybe 6.0s, you don't see any aftershocks with them, right? Okay, so if this area is spreading apart, would it mean that this area is going this way, this area is going this way? So I guess what would happen on this side would not affect what would happen on this side. It's just thinking, and I've been thinking about this for a bit. So as we look, this whole side of the earth is going to the west. This whole side of the earth is going to the east. So of course we have land pushing underneath here, and then we have land that's pushing this way. So where's the stopping point? That's the curiosity question. Where is the stopping point where the spreading stops and then it starts coming back together again? It was just something that was in my mind, because when we look at Pangea and how all the planets, all the land masses moved away and moved towards each other, at some point, as they move back towards each other, I would think that there would have to be a stopping point where they'd have to move back away from one another, if that makes any sense. So that was just something that's been on my mind, and I've been thinking about it, and I've been thinking about earthquakes, aftershocks, and the differences. And yes, I've been reading a book lately on earthquakes. So it's just been something that's been in my mind. Like when we're watching down here, and I'm going to show you this. This is how I figured out that the earthquakes that happen down here in Mexico affect up here into San Francisco and into Los Angeles. You see this right here? This right here is subducting. Okay? It moves 15 millimeters per year. So this area is moving this way, right? But I was looking for another arrow. These arrows show that this whole area here is pushing its way towards the north, right? Okay, so as we come up here, it takes a dive towards Oregon and Washington. You would think that you would see an increase in earthquakes here in the Oregon, Washington area, but most of them that we do see are off land. So as we come up here, we look and we see that this is pointed this way and this is pointed this way. So these are still pointed inward, and this pushes all the way up, and it pushes into Alaska here. Very interesting, right? So that's how I figured out that which way the actual movement is headed. So when I'm watching the earthquakes that are occurring down here in the Gulf of Mexico, I'm not the Gulf of Mexico. What is this Gulf here? This is the Gulf of California. Sorry, you guys. So the Gulf of California, as we see these pushes up towards this area, it affects this area: Los Angeles, San Diego, San Francisco. It affects these areas here. All right, so how are you guys doing today? I am just checking in. I said I would do a live stream today, and I decided to do a different type of live stream today where I talk about some of the things that I have been noticing. It was based basically on the fact of when we had these earthquakes that were going on over here with Kamchatka, over here. I had noticed this. You see these arrows? They all point subduction, okay? So when we saw the bigger earthquake happen here, you didn't see another bigger earthquake on the other side. You saw a lot of aftershocks which occurred here. So that denotes that that whole piece of land was moving. And as this area here dives underneath this area here, it causes uplift here, which causes those aftershock earthquakes. And then some of them have to be, because the land isn't connected to each other, because one's diving underneath the other, there's two pieces of land. Some of these that have happened here would be earthquakes. So that's how I figured that out. What do y'all think? Any opinions? I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. I'm not seeing too much chatty chat. Oh, you're cold right now, huh? George, get a blanket. You got any snow yet? I'm waiting. I think y'all are behind me. Been checking Messenger and YouTube all morning and almost missed you. You didn't miss me. I only started live 13 minutes ago. Um, I'm not feeling the greatest this morning. I woke up and I have a slight headache. So I had promised that I would come on live today, and so I am. Let me take this off. If anybody wants to go back to my hypothesis, it is before, it is towards the beginning and all the way till now. That was my hypothesis, and I'm hypothesizing things today. Hypothesis. A hypothesis is a question. It doesn't have an answer, but it has a question. It's a thought. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Nightbot. Good morning, George Mitchell. So what do I have today? Well, we have the latest earthquakes was a 3.2 San Francisco Bay, a 2.8 in Oklahoma, and a 0.8 in northern Italy. And a 2.4 in New Zealand, which is the New Zealand earthquakes are coming direct from GeoNet. So those are from GeoNet. And you'll see different flags that go for different agencies. Huh? Well, I was ready, but when you hit, I wasn't looking. Okay, well, that's fine. This isn't going to be the world's most longest live stream today. I am not going to play any music today. I do have a headache. I thought maybe it was because I was hungry, so I got up and ate something, and that didn't help. I think it's just the weather. The weather's been nuts. It is 55 degrees here, but it was 32 degrees last night. But the night before it was 50 or 60. So, the weather's been all over the place. So let me see here. While Richard is here, your caffeine level is down. That could be it. I stopped drinking coffee a few days ago, or actually over a week ago. And could be. I quit cold turkey and I drank coffee for years. But it was just one of those things. I just woke up one day and decided I didn't want to drink coffee anymore. And so I quit drinking coffee. I do drink tea, but not like all the time. I am not a soda drinker, so I don't like soda. Soda is bad for you. There's other things that have caffeine in it, but I haven't been doing any of that. Hey, Broke Fishing, good morning. Okay, who woke me down? Huh? Who woke you up, you mean? Because down would mean you're going back to sleep. Nope, so I quit coffee, and I I don't know, I think I've been just like quitting a whole bunch of things lately. Drink booze. No, thank you. I can't drink that either. I have a non-alcoholic liver disease stage 4. So can't drink any booze at all. I don't even know how I got it. I was rushed to the hospital last year, and I had something wrong with my kidney, and they did a CAT scan and found that I had this problem, a bulge. So they sent me to see a place, and I got a FibroScan, And then the FibroScan showed that my liver was working fine, except for the fact that I have stage 4 liver problem, close to fibrosis. Well, no reason for that to be happening, so I've been very careful with everything I'm eating and drinking, and oh, you guys, I honestly gotta admit, I've lost 35 pounds in the past year, so I'm doing good. I am about back to where I want to be. It's been a lot of work, but it's been a lot of choices as to eating healthy and watching my diet and getting myself on the right track. And stress. You're right, Brokefish, and I've had a lot of stress to deal with. Like that car. That car, knock on wood. I haven't had any issues with it. Knock on wood. In the past 2 weeks now. So, we're knocking on wood here. The only thing I do know is the catalytic converter still has to be fixed. And I'm going to start saving up for that one because that's about $695. And it's the next thing that needs to be fixed. But we're going to keep our thoughts good here that that car is going to run until I get that done. Ha ha, Nova Scotia, you say there is no such thing as stress? Really? Oh, I seem to remember you stressing about something. Yep, you went through almost the same similar subject as I did. There is such a thing as stress. Oh, and you guys, y'all know that, let me see. Border Patrol came here to North Carolina. They've been in Charlotte. And they went to Raleigh, right? Well, this morning they were seen in Lenoir, North Carolina. So, yep, they're spreading out here in my state. Hopefully they get all the bad guys. They leave all the good guys, but, you know, get rid of all the bad people. We don't need gang members, and we don't need any bad people in our state or in our country. But leave the good people. Leave hardworking good people alone. That's how I feel. So, any quack here? How are you feeling this morning, Broke? You got the number 2, but you ain't got past that yet? No, let's go. So you're on number 3. I'm trying to find number 1. Oh, it's George. George is number 1. Actually, y'all want the truth? Watch this. I'm number 1 in the chat. Ooh, everybody fell out. My YouTube says there's 1 person watching. How you got 3 people in chat talking and only 1 watching? That doesn't make any sense. Hey, YouTube, stop playing with my numbers. They're going to go to Nova Scotia Ridgequake next. That's funny. No, they were in Raleigh, and they've been in Durham, and they've been in Charlotte, and then they've been in, they're in Lenoir. I don't know what other parts of the state that they're in, but let's put it this way. If you came in under Biden with the open door policy, and you didn't take the time to get yourself legal in the last 4 to 5 years, it's hard to feel sorry for you because you didn't try. And that goes for people that have been here for like 20, 30 years who should have gotten themselves legalized. George, nope, no snow. I'm waiting for snow. The only thing that I don't like, and I'll just be honest with you guys, My ex-husband is, I won't say he's Mexican. He is Aztecan, okay? And his daughter is very dark-skinned, looks Latino, Latina. I don't know which way it goes. And she lives in Charlotte, all right? So I've been concerned about her because apparently they have been pulling over anybody and everybody willy-nilly to check and see if they have their citizenship or if they're citizens. And they have been doing it based on skin color. And that's where I have been frustrated, because I have been worried about my daughter being in Charlotte and having to go through that, because she doesn't deserve that, and neither do half of the other people. However, I can understand the other side of the picture when people are committing crimes and here illegally. I can understand that. But I think that if Border Patrol is going to go to these towns and these cities, they need to have a list of who they're going after and where they're at. I think that would keep people from being panicked and upset and scared. Broke Fishing says, I'm not broken at Nova Scotia Ridgequake. Y'all want to hear another song? Okay, I wasn't going to play any songs today, but since you just brought up Christmas, let's see what my other song is. Let's see. I'll play a song for you guys. Let's play a song. See if I can get it to come up. Let's see. Hang on one second.
Little green boots tapping on the floor, candy cane crumbs by the workshop door. The boss is yelling, where's my list? Elves just shrug, oops, it got missed. Elves gone wild, oh what a sight, sipping hot cocoa in the moonlight, dancing on shelves, causing some fright. Santa's crew partying all night. Tinsel in their hair, glitter on their cheeks, racing toy trains, they've been at it for weeks. One's on the roof, shouting I can fly, another's making snow angels inside. They work hard, they play harder, but Santa's patience, it's getting farther. Elves gone wild, oh what a sight, sipping hot cocoa in the moonlight, dancing on shelves, causing some fright. Santa's crew partying all night. North Pole's rocking, the reindeer complain, Rudolph's antlers tangled in a candy cane. Mrs. Claus sighs, boys will be boys, while they build a fort out of leftover toys. Elves gone wild, oh what a sight, sipping hot cocoa in the moonlight, dancing on shelves, causing some fright. Santa's crew partying all night. North Pole's rocking, the reindeer complain, Rudolph's antlers tangled in a candy cane. Mrs. Claus sighs, boys will be boys, while they build a fort out of leftover toys. North Pole's rocking, the reindeer complain, Rudolph's antlers tangled in a candy cane. Mrs. Claus sighs, boys will be boys, while they build a fort out of leftover toys.
Okay, so that's the only song I got for you guys right now. I have plenty of songs, but I don't feel like playing all of them. My head doesn't feel great. I think I told you guys I have a headache. Uh, you asked me a question like that. I don't know if I'm okay or not. Huh? You don't believe you're ever okay? What's wrong, Nova? What's wrong, Nova? Smile, Nova. So, anyways, you guys, nobody said anything about what they thought about my hypothesis. I was hypothesizing earlier about earthquakes, and it's been in my head for a bit because I've been watching how these earthquakes actually move. I guess it's like putting together a bigger puzzle and figuring things out. Any earthquakes in Oregon? No, of course not. I don't see no earthquakes in Oregon. Let me look at Oregon Live earthquake map. Huh, maybe there might be. Let's take a look at the Oregon Live earthquake map. So, yes, it looks like there's earthquakes in Oregon, but that one was on the 17th. That one was on the 18th. That one was on the 19th. Hey, look, Broke, you have actual earthquakes. That one was on the 18th. Oh my goodness, there's one here too. Let's see if I can get in here. And that one was on the 17th. Cool. Then you have some offshore here, but I'm not going into those. Let's go over here to the East Coast. Look how empty the East Coast is. No earthquakes over here whatsoever. Oh my goodness. Does that mean Canada has had some earthquakes? Well, let's look at Canada. Let's see Canada. Whoops. Okay. Why am I trying to move it like that? Okay, so Queen Charlotte and Queen Charlotte, or is that Quebec? I'm going to say that's Quebec. You can see the purple ones right there. There was a 1 and a 2. Guess what? They're here. There's your 1.6. That was on 10:30. What? Hang on. Get over here. There it is. That was on the 19th. That was a 2. That was on the 17th. And that was on the 14th. So why am I not seeing the ones that actually happened? What's this one? That was a 3.6 on the 15th. So I'm actually looking in the right place, but I'm not seeing the ones that just occurred. That was on the 15th. So this was on the 18th and 19th. So Tadoussac and Lamabi. Maybe. Maybe I was right when I said QC for Queen Charlotte. But what's that star there? There's a star there. What was the star? I do not see them. They should be in the purple, but I don't see them in the purple. Weird. Okay. That was the 18th. And that was the 17th. Interesting. What's funny is when you look at this map, it doesn't show any of Canada at all. But this is kind of what I'm talking about here. If you look at the ridges here, right? This is where this whole area is breaking apart. It has a rift in between both the land masses. So you'll see earthquake here, no aftershock. Earthquake here, no aftershocks. Earthquake over here, earthquake over here, earthquake over here, earthquake over here, but no aftershocks. Because I believe that this area, because it is splitting apart, pulling apart, has pulled apart, I believe that's why we don't see so many aftershocks over here. Like we do here, we see all of these earthquakes here, and this area here is subducting. So if we look at them at Google Earth, I believe that this is coming in this way and this is going this way. It's just my hypothesis. Let me see, what did I do here? Okay, so it comes from Quebec and goes up through. That place is called the St. Lawrence, and it goes out into the sea. Awesome. You believe my hypothesis is correct? Thank you. And now analytics actually works with nature if you use science and use the technology, and will focus in on what the problem really is. Oregon, the land is shakes, it shakes, it shakes, and it shakes, and it quakes. And then he says, that place is called the St. Lawrence, and it goes out into the sea. It comes from Quebec and goes up through. Where are the St. Lawrence meets the land is where I believe the Canadian part of the New Madrid will get right down into the split, like the whole place in half. That makes sense. Hey guys, while you're here, please remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and share the channel. That helps me to grow this channel. I will be doing a video in a little bit to tell people I'm doing live streams, because a lot of people don't realize that I do a live stream, and they miss a live stream. But what I am noticing is, and it's not just my channel, it's a lot of other channels. I want to make a comment here. One of the things that I don't like is making things seem worse than they really are. Okay, so I do notice this, and I'm guilty once in a while. And I've noticed this with a lot of other channels that have been pushing for a big earthquake in California. And I want people to stop scaring other people. That is one of the things that I think is a no-no. I try to make my videos and make them to a point where they are accurate and not telling people that something may happen that may not happen at all. I want people to get the right information when I do update about earthquakes, and not a whole bunch of, this could cause a huge earthquake and you really need to be worried. I don't want to do that. That's not what this channel's for. It's for giving out information. What are you two talking about? Anybody want a cookie? My daughter gave me a cookie. Oh my goodness. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. If you say it loud enough, it might sound atrocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I can't believe you were actually able to write it. Even the sound of it is something quite atrocious. Yep. So that was just my thoughts, and that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about today. So what y'all got planned for Thanksgiving and Christmas? I know I got my Christmas tree up, but I went through and tried to sign my granddaughter up for a program, but I don't think that she's going to be able to get on it. As y'all know, her mom was in the hospital, so she is not working right now. And I'm stuck trying to figure out being Santa for Christmas for my granddaughter. And she's 7, so I am doing my bestest to figure out Christmas for her and make it fun. This will probably be one of the Christmases that she will remember. She has just turned 7. I'm going to miss the rest of my family, though, because they're all in different parts of the world now. That's the hard part. I miss my children. George says, just staying home these days. Broke Fishing says, super cala what? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That is a word that I learned when I was a little kid too. I haven't heard that word in a long time. So let's see here. What news do I have for you guys? They have no news, so no news is good news, right? I've seen the movie Mary Poppins. I believe it did come from Mary Poppins. You're right. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. If you say it loud enough, it sounds atrocious. Yeah, I think it did come from Mary Poppins. You guys, if you join the Discord, I may or may not be there. I have not checked into the Discord in a while now. It's basically for just posting in. And I moved my room around, so I have to figure out another means, because if I want to do window camera, like especially if it starts snowing here, because that'll be quite a miracle, I have to get a longer cord to be able to do that. Nope, I don't think it was something Donald Duck said. Let me look it up. Where did supercalifragilisticexpialidocious come from? Okay, so the term supercalifragilisticexpialidocious was popularized by the 1964 film Mary Poppins, but its origins can be traced back to a 1931 Syracuse University student newspaper column that used the variant spelling of supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. The songwriting brothers Richard M. and Robert Sherman created the song for the movie, drawing from a nonsensical word they heard as children at a summer camp. The video explains the history of the word supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Cool. 1930s. Apparently a fanciful formation based on a super popularized by the 1964 Mary Poppins. So that's where it is. Yes, I know Thanksgiving is over in Canada. We stopped Thanksgiving. I believe Thanksgiving is on the 28th this year. Let me look. I might be wrong. What day is Thanksgiving? It's on the 27th. Well, I was thinking it's the 28th. Maybe it was because it was the 28th last year. I'm doing school now? No, I do school in the evening with my granddaughter. I think everybody misses when they were young. There was a lot of fun things when you're young. A lot of things like, well, if I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't have been in such a rush to grow up. I would have been in more of a rush to stay young. Because I tell you what, life is not easy. Life is rough. With ridges, it's rough. Name something that you liked when you were younger. I can. I was thinking about it the other day. One of the things I loved doing when I was younger was going to the roller skating rinks. Do y'all remember the lock-ins? When you got to skate all night long? Man, now I can't even stay up past 9 o'clock. But you know what? I remember back then racing around the floor on my little wheels and having a blast. I wasn't much for ice skating though. I can't ice skate. I do the splits every time I try to ice skate. Now I wouldn't even try to get on a pair of wheels. The only wheels I use are on my rollator. Give you something to write on? Paper. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Next question. George, I want to take a minute and thank you for this awesome microphone that you sent me. It is awesome and it works great. I appreciate it. I'm still learning things with it. But it works awesome and I appreciate it. Now the only thing I don't have is a headset. I need to figure out getting one of those so that I can block out when when I like play music or play stuff, so that the rest of my home doesn't hear it. Nah, George is just talking more than you, and you probably didn't hit the like button, Nova. Ooh. You might have forgotten that. Uh-oh. George, what did you say? Nightbot got you. George says, I miss ice skating, but now if I were to put on a pair of skates, I'd break my back. Why the heck would Nightbot remove that? Okay, that was weird. That was weird. Nightbot got you for saying something simple. Oh my goodness. Go to Amazon? Yeah, I'll figure it out. I gotta get a headset that when I'm like talking on my microphone, because I notice my daughter uses one, and then everybody in the house doesn't hear everything that's being said on my in my house. Nightbot timed him out for saying, I miss ice skating, but now if I were to put on a pair of skates, I'd break my back. Maybe they thought he was making a threat. Brokefish says, think of all the education that I missed, but then my homework was never quite like this. Probably because spelling? Might be, but you spelled it B-R-E-A-C-K. And it's B-R-E-A-K. I don't know, that's weird. Because none of those words are on a block list. Hey, I heard you missed us. We're back. I brought my pencil. Give me something to write on, man. Broke, are you writing a song? Oh, Lord. Broke is singing a song. School's out for recess. So anyway, let's see here. So Thanksgiving is on Thursday, November 27th. So it's in 7 days from now. Ooh, next Thursday. Ooh, interesting. Then we're on to Christmas. My favorite time of the year. I still have to figure out what I'm going to decorate this year. I put up the tree because my granddaughter bugged me into getting it done, so I did that already. And now I'm like telling her she can't turn it on until it's dark because I don't want any more electric bill. Oh, Nova Scotia Richquake is coming up with song titles. Brokefish says, heard about your lessons, but lessons are so cold. Didn't know about this school. I'm not sure who Broke's talking to. He says, oh man, I think the clock is slow. What are you doing this weekend? Oh, cool. George, if you send me one, I'll send you one too. Or I'll send you one anyway. Any cards that I send out this year are handmade. So I will be sending out handmade Christmas cards. I'm not going to go out and buy fancy made ones when I can make my own. I think handmade things are more, what do you call it? More made from the heart. Oh, that was a good song. Hot for Teacher. That was a good song. George, you don't have snow? I'm laughing at frickin' YouTube right now because frickin' I'm looking at the numbers that it says watching, and I'm looking at how many people are talking in the chat room. And I can tell that YouTube's going to try to tell me that I've only had 5 people watching the whole time. But I keep seeing the numbers flipping. So, yeah. YouTube, you're messing up again. Okay, so you guys know I've been doing videos for 14 years. And one of the problems that I've had, and I'll just be honest and say it, I've been a little bit burnt out. Because you can talk about so many topics, and you can get burnt out by it. But what I want to say is this: I will still be making earthquake videos. I'm going to be talking about news items that I find and all other kinds of things. It won't just be about earthquakes. So I don't want anybody to get upset because that is what I'm doing. My first channel, when this channel started, it was called Rebecca the Explorer. And I used to do an update called News Not News. Okay? So I actually started out as a channel to do news and earthquakes. And I've also done other videos on volcanoes. I have done videos on islands. I have done videos about a lot of things around the world. And my channel is ever changing. It's not always going to be the same. It is for entertainment, though. So don't ever take everything I say as the word, okay? Because my channel is here to entertain. It is not here to make you bored. But because I got burnt out, you guys, I decided to stop doing live streams every single day and doing them once or twice a week. And I will get back to doing videos again. I just needed time for myself, especially since I've been going through some medical issues. And I can tell you this, getting freaking referrals done in this state is like pulling your teeth out. I finally got one referral after 2 weeks, and it's not even the referral that I need yet. I am waiting to go see a doctor regarding a lump that was found near my spine. And as you know, I have stenosis, but I'm going to see the surgeon first, spinal surgeon. And then hopefully I get this other appointment, because if not, I might be telling the spinal surgeon, hey, can you remove this while you do this surgery? I have stenosis. So that is what I am dealing with right now, is a bunch of complex little things that have been going on. And hopefully some of it can get me back to as normal as can be. But when you're dealing with having stenosis, you deal with having a lot of pain when you're walking. And that has been one of the problems that I've been having. Who's text? Whose text is behind? It's a song that's already been written by Van Halen. From what I've noticed already, yeah, the channel is lagging behind a little bit. I was noticing that too, but it might be because I have a lot of windows open. Let's see here. I'm closing some of my windows. Let's see here. Do I have another song for you guys? Because, yeah, I'm gonna play another song for you guys.
Grandpa's hat hung low on his brow. He said the world's too quiet somehow. Grabbed his coat and a rusty flask, headed out, no questions to ask. Grandpa got hammered with a Colt 45. 3 zigzags later, he felt alive out on the porch. He danced in the rain, said life's too short to be so plain. He carved his name in the old oak tree, said this here bark's got history. Lit a smoke with a spark from his knife, said, boy, don't you waste your life. Grandpa got hammered with a Colt 45. 3 zigzags later, he felt alive, sang to the moon, howled at the stars. Dreams don't fit inside mason jars. Grandpa got hammered with a Colt 45. 3 zigzags later, he felt alive out on the porch. He danced in the rain, said life's too short to be so plain. He carved his name in the old oak tree, said this here bark's got history. Lit a smoke with a spark from his knife, said, boy, don't you waste your life. He carved his name in the old oak tree, said this here bark's got history. Lit a smoke with a spark from his knife, said, boy, don't you waste your life. He carved his name in the old oak tree, said this here bark's got history. Lit a smoke with a spark from his knife, said, boy, don't you waste your life. Dreams don't fit in so life. Whiskey in his veins, stories in his soul. He spun his yarns, let the laughter roll. Life's a wild horse, don't let it pass. Ride it hard, make the moment last. Grandpa got hammered with the Colt 45. 3 zigzags later. She's 2 feet long but thinks she's tall. Her legs so short she barely crawls. Penny the sausage struts like a king, with ears that flap like chicken wings. Oh, Penny, Penny, queen of the floor.
drama machine, Penny the Dachshund, my low-riding queen. She barks at leaves, she barks at air. She acts like danger is everywhere. A squirrel once winked, she lost her mind. The bravest warrior of her kind. She's got no fear except for rain. That belly gets wet, oh what a pain. Oh Penny, Penny, queen of the floor. You steal my snacks and beg for more. You're tiny, stubborn, a diva unseen. Penny the Dachshund, my low-riding queen. She's got no fear except for rain. That belly gets wet, oh what a pain. Oh Penny, Penny, queen of the floor. You steal my snacks and beg for more. You're tiny, stubborn, a diva unseen. Penny the Dachshund, my low-riding queen, my low-riding queen. She's got a bed, but she'll take mine. She hogs the blanket every time. I wake up cold, she's fast asleep, curled in a donut, dreaming deep.
Oops! I left the room and the next song started playing. Well, y'all got to hear a different one. Alright, so anyway. Nobody, I have no idea what you're talking about. Thank you, George. I appreciate it. So I'm not sure what to talk about, you guys. I just decided to do an impromptu live stream because I promised that I would do one today. If you look back through, you'll see that we did talk about some earthquake stuff. You know what I'm thinking? For my next live stream, I may actually do a kind of panel by pulling up people from my Facebook chat and do it that way. It's not behind on my end, you're behind on your end. Make sure you click the live button. But I am thinking of doing that. I'm thinking of doing a panel and talking to other YouTubers. Anyways, you guys, I have been live for my hour. I hope you all are doing well today. Please remember to tell someone you love them. Tomorrow's never promised. Make each day an adventure. Remember to tell other people that you care about them. Check in on your neighbors, your family, and your friends. And let's pray for America, you guys. Anyways, you guys, I love you. And I will see you all on the next live stream or video. Brookfish, and thank you for being here today. Nova Ricks Quake, thank you for being here today. George, thank you for being here today. Nightbot Poohoo. And for everybody else who has watched today, I appreciate your time and your attention. Please give my channel a like and subscribe and share the video. Also, if you would like to help out with this channel in any way whatsoever, we do have a PayPal. Anyways, you guys, I love you, and I will see you all on the next live stream. Take care of yourselves.